Fluff. Could the Akatsuki defeat Master Roshi?
Probably not, but I'm willing to see.
Ninja known as Jinchuriki, who have powerful creatures made of chakra.
Did you say
called tailed
Jinchuriki?
beasts known as Jinchuriki.
The Jin Jerky? Pain the
So,
strongest?
What if
No,
in an
10
alternate
million
universe,
Zetsus.
Instead of this Roshi,
Okay.
they had to capture and defeat. Could
Actually,
the
yeah,
Akatsuki
if we're
pull it
bringing in
off,
all
or
of
would they be
Zetsu,
soloed by
he
the
might
old
clear.
turtle hermit?
Yeah,
Let's find out. For
every
this video, we
Zetsu.
will be using Roshi from his peak of power in original Dragon Ball, which is any time after the 22nd Budokai and against King Piccolo.
We're saying
We will
that's
not
his
be
peak
talking
of
about
power?
any of his
He did-
feats
he-
shown
did
to
he
like
go to the
Dragon Ball
Tournament of
Super, as that
Power?
would be
I was going to say, he was in
incredibly
Super in the
unfair
Tournament of
stopping Roshi's
Power,
favor, and
but I don't know if he really did
disagree with
anything that
As
proved
for
he
the
was stronger
Akatsuki,
than.
made their own spin-offs of the Akatsuki and are just non-canon members entirely.
Who is
we
that?
are talking about the main roster as
that
it
looked
was
like
in Naruto
Shark
Shippuden.
Guy, but
Hidan
not.
and Kashi
Actually,
and
that looked like
Kisame,
Zabuza.
Yeah, that looks like
Sori and
Zabuza.
Deidara,
That was Zabuza's
Konan
sword.
and Plight can
Akatsuki.
play out in two ways. The first is that each two-man cell individually goes after Roshi.
Oh, yeah,
and
if
he
Roshi
fights
gets
him in a
evil
series of
containment wave, he
1v2
could
fights.
take down at least a
The
few
other
of
option
Oh,
is
yeah,
that the entire
easily.
Akatsuki jumps Roshi at the same
This
time.
looks
in a
like
1 versus 9
Naruto,
fight,
like card
that
art.
one
Is this a
ultimate
card
boost.
game?
This is the
art?
phone game shit.
Oh, okay, close enough.
Duo matchup Roshi has against the members of the Akatsuki before discussing how that
Duos?
would
I
play
think
out
if they're
they
trying to
all
kill
attacked him at
Roshi, they
once.
just go
First are
all in.
Kakuzu
They
and
all-
Hidan,
they're all
which
there.
Are probably the most straightforward members of the Akatsuki to discuss.
I do feel
given
like
their
if the
pretty
whole
linear
all of
abilities.
Akatsuki
Hidan
was
has
hitting him at
immortality
once,
and his blood ritual,
Roshi
while
might
Kakuzu
fall.
has multiple hearts and the ability
But
to
Roshi
use
is
all the
also like
elemental nature
crazy
transformations
ancient
of
martial
water,
arts
fire,
master.
wind,
So if there's
and
anyone
earth.
who could just like
I think
dip
he
and
could
dodge
yeah,
everybody,
he would out
it would be
trick like a
him.
lot of these people. I think he could schmoove his way out of almost
He
everything.
can't really regenerate from the wounds he gives himself and needs Kakuzu to like stitch him back together. So Roshi can just blow him apart without much difficulty.
Like I would say
Kakuzu is a bit more
Roshi
tricky
probably
with his mixed
Kage
defensive
level.
abilities. However, all four
More
nature
than that, I
transformation
think.
attacks that
He
Kakuzu
blows up the
has
moon.
are essentially just a less
True. You think
concentrated
Saratobi
and
could blow up the
potent
moon?
version of the Ki Blast. This version of Kid Goku could react to laser beams and potentially the solar
Could
flare,
react to
and
laser
should
Could
beams,
react to laser
therefore
beams.
is
Roshi,
faster
who
than
destroyed
light.
Mount Fry Pan,
Okay.
as Roshi felt that he needed to train if he were to beat
Okay,
Goku
is that the
again.
logic?
Even
They
if
go,
Goku
this was a
surpassed that
laser
version
beam,
of
so
full
by
power.
definition,
Yes, by
it was
by
traveling at the
definition, he
speed
can
of
move
light,
faster
you
than
just
light, yeah.
avoided it.
Mountain
Okay.
level and faster than
Okay.
light, or relativistic in speed. Kid
I
Goku,
still
because
feel
Kid
like
Goku
Roshi
wasn't
didn't blow
directly
up the moon,
attacking
he just
Roshi at the
moved
time
it. He
and was
pushed it.
randomly
He just pushed it?
smashing the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
In
Piccolo
comparison,
blew up the moon.
Hidan and Kakuzu
I
are
think
both
Roshi just pushed
inferior
it.
to the level of Sage Jiraiya.
That would make
Because
more
the
sense than to
described
how
as
we
the
got
moon
another
is-
moon.
because the moon is back.
Yeah.
It comes
This
back.
that is
and
never
also
answered, so yeah.
And I don't believe it was ever revived with the Dragon Balls.
Bring back no, that just implies that the moon has a soul.
Could be made about Sasori's poison, but
Kami says
in
he
my
has to
opinion,
remake
no
the
one who
moon
can
in
beat
the
Sage
manga.
Jiraiya.
That sounds
Itachi,
right, but I haven't read
I
that
don't
part.
remember that, but
Who
I'm
begin to
willing to
potentially
believe
raise some
that.
questions.
Dr.
Kisama's
Priest
main
makes a
draw is
new
his
moon
ability to
every
siphon
time.
off
I
chakra
believe
from his
it.
opponent and drown
That's
them in
also-
water
yeah.
jutsu, depending on if chakra would function the same as Ki does.
Yeah,
He
I feel like
spam these and
I
do
feel
a
like
lot of
it's
his
a
higher level
crazy
water bubble or
perspective to
shark
take
bomb
to think that
jutsu,
chakra
unless he
doesn't
plans on also
work
catching Itachi.
fairly
in his
That's
universally.
powers. Speaking of
Omega-copian.
Itachi, he's the
I feel like
first
that
yeah,
should just
but
be
that's
established. Like the
that
Force and
fast the
chakra and
mountain
Ki are
levels
the same
mentioned
fucking
before.
Yeah,
thing.
like
As
it's
his
it
Susanoo
all
is
like
capable
we're
of
if
blocking
we're
iron
going
level
to pretend
attacks,
any of this
Kirin,
matters, then
and
we have
the
to pretend it all
Orochimaru's Hydra
plays.
State. Itachi is also the first person who has several major potent hacks for Roshi to deal
Hacks.
with, like Amaterasu,
Hacks. We got hacks,
Tsukiyomi,
buddy.
and Obito
He can blow that up.
being even
Whatever.
stronger than that, based on
Yeah,
Minato's
that
assessment
doesn't
of
look like
Obito
a-
That
during
isn't the
Naruto's
moon.
meeting with him.
Yeah, that looks
Of course,
smaller than the
Pain
moon.
has his
I feel like Roshi
given
would be
how other
fine in the
paths have the ability to
gravity-manipulated
absorb
world. He already
jutsu
fights
or
people
rip
that
out
can
people's
fly.
souls.
Yeah,
Finally,
I
of
think
course,
he
there's
can handle
Obito.
that.
This passive
Yeah,
ability
for
allows
me,
him
it's
to
all
teleport
the
parts of his
genjutsu
body to
stuff
another
and
dimension
teleportation
before
stuff that I don't
attacks
know
or
if he'd
even
be
the
able to do.
environment around can touch him, essentially making him intangible, but with like extra steps. And finally, there's Konan, whose power is just that they're made of paper. Cool. Anyways, and Roshi win. Like I said before, Roshi's
Yo,
victory
relax,
is
there
more
could be
dependent
paper
on how
bombs.
he
Yeah,
deal
you
against
could
the
make
stronger
a-
members of the Akatsuki,
You could get
rather than
paper
the weaker ones, as
really
he would
tiny
likely
and
be
have
able
it
to
stuck
just
in your
one-shot
body
all
and
of
you
the
would
lower
die.
tier members. When it comes to being jumped by potentially all the paths of pain, Itachi and Obito,
I forgot
Roshi's
there
lack
were
of
like
both
other
stamina
pain guys.
and
I'm not gonna
group
lie.
handling
The pain
abilities
stuff I
becomes
definitely
really apparent.
feel
There's
like
no
I kind
question
of
that Roshi's
skimmed.
abilities, like the Mafuba, Max
The final
Power
fight's really
Kamehameha,
good, but
and
everything
even
else
maybe
around
the
it, I'm
Thunder
like,
Shock surprise, would or could be way
I'm pretty
stronger
sure I
than
watched
any
when
member of the Akatsuki. Akatsuki. But the
Spoilers,
problem is that
Jiraiya
these attacks
died,
require significant
like,
preparation.
Yeah, like
If you
everything
hit very
between from
vaguely
there
Unless
to the
Akatsuki
final
stand
fight
in
in
a perfect
Konoha is
line
all just like
and allow Roshi
whatever.
to hit them with his moon-busting
IMO.
Kamehameha, Obito would likely just pass through the max power Kamehameha.
Yeah, like
and then
that's my
easily
thought.
beat
Is like
Roshi
Obito has
afterwards,
a
as
lot
he
of
would essentially
weird,
be
like I'm not
completely out
really
of ki.
physically here.
Roshi himself
shenanigans.
has also
And
admitted
that would
his
be tough to
stamina
beat,
is
like
not
even
great
with
when it
super
comes to
power,
fighting large
unless
groups
you're
of
like
enemies.
we know he's
Even
in
if
this
he can
room
one-shot
somewhere,
all of
so we
them, as
filled
he
up this
doubted
whole
he had
room
the
with a
stamina to
Kamehameha.
take
Okay, we already have the line right here. We got a self-report. I have my doubts as to whether even I would have the stamina to take down the entire Red Ribbon Army. 10 million Zetsus clears.
Yeah, way more than the Red Ribbon Army. For
Gone
sure.
the
More
entire
Zetsus than there are
Army.
Red Ribbons.
The
Yeah,
Akatsuki
Obito has like a
individually
pocket
are
space
each
thing with the
way
Renegon.
stronger than anyone in the Red Ribbon Army. Roshi has a slightly better chance if he fights the two-man cells one at a time, depending on how much rest he gets
Right?
between
Isn't
each
that him?
encounter.
Yes,
Even
yeah,
then,
yeah.
though, I don't
that's
see
where,
how
like, him and
Roshi could
Kakashi
get past
fight
something like
or whatever.
Conrad,
Yeah.
or have the stamina to fight pain after destroying a potential
A lot of
Chikaki
Naruto's a blur
Tensei.
to me.
So
I've read
could
all
the
of it and played the
Akatsuki
games,
capture
but there's
Master
all these
Roshi?
nitty-gritty things
Yeah,
I don't
they
remember.
pretty
Kinda
likely
same.
could. But
Only
in the
I don't-
process, they
I've
would
definitely
probably
not even
lose
read
almost
all of it.
all
I
of their
played through the
members before
games
doing
and
so.
watched the
It'll
anime
be
on like
really
2 times
disappointing
speed.
once they realize they caught the wrong Roshi.
What if Roshi wished for his youth?
Double Roshi. Okay.
Okay. All right, young Roshi.
Young Roche. Lil
I don't
Roche.
know. Maybe could win.
We never really get to see a canonical display of young Roshi power, so I don't even know if he's stronger when he's younger. I
Yeah.
feel like his strength is his wisdom. And that comes with time.
I wish for youth, and he loses all the memories that he had. I think that would be a trade I wouldn't make. That just sounds like living in a time loop, and I don't know if I'm a fan.
Yeah, you will get your young youthful strength back, but you will forget all of the lessons you learned with time and age.
Yeah, age is his power. I think I agree. I don't know. I think I'd have to say Roshi probably loses to all of Akatsuki. He could probably take like a couple of them.
Yeah.
Obito in particular, I think murders Roshi. I'm sorry. He has too many weird things.
I feel like Roshi could maybe beat them if, like, Roshi is told, hey, all of Akatsuki is in this building, and then he Kamehamehas that building. Like, he could maybe
would
blow them
teleport
all
out,
up in one
though.
shot, but they would probably sense it and warp away.
Yeah.
Zetsu would have planted some trees of himself somewhere else and come back from the brink.
Just bite his little toes.
Obito would warp the Kamehameha away. He'd warp it back
Warp
onto
it, yeah, he'd loop
Roshi.
it around back to him. Roshi would die. But then he'd get revived or whatever. Because that happens in Super, right? Doesn't he like die and come back?
Does he do that?
It happens
I
in
think Goku does that.
I know it from Dokkan. That's my only point of reference. I didn't watch that shit.
Roshi might do that. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I think he does have like a play that seems like he's dead, and then he's like, "No, I'm fine."
So he plays dead, and then he just dies.
And then he just actually
Then he's
dies
actually dead.
because then he gets up and goes, "Ha ha, fooled you!" And then pain blows him up.
If he can get 9 rice cookers, though.
Yeah, see, if he's got evil containment wave ready to go, then he could maybe catch some of them. But even then, like, they could avoid it, right? Like, that's like a big high commitment attack.
But it's like a big thing. I feel like it has hit everybody. Accuracy is not the problem with that move.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the evil containment wave is Dragon Ball stuff I kind of skimmed. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I love Dragon Ball, but it was like I watched the anime as it was airing on Toonami. I did not go back and reread old Dragon Ball, so a lot of it is, like, kind of melded together in my brain.
Manga has Roshi show Goku how to move well, and Solo's Jiren. Even Whis notes how close Roshi is to UI.
All right, okay. So Manga Roshi.
Super Manga Roshi
Super Manga Roshi
with
might be the
Mafuba
strongest.
could probably do it. But yeah, can Obito get out of Mafuba prison?
Yeah,
probably.
Can he warp just out into his little pocket dimension? But anytime he leaves his pocket dimension, he comes back to the...
Where he was, or isn't it?
Yeah, he pops back into the rice cooker or whatever.
Yeah, so I guess he could chill in his pocket dimension with his little GameCube and his little beanbag chair.
He, like, has to use it as, like, a halfway point. Like, he can bring others to his pocket dimension so they can leave him, you know, snacks and DVDs and stuff. But then, like, he can only go there. He cannot go outside. Garlic Jr. solos Naruto World because, yeah, he opens up the dead zone and they all lose.
Yes, Garlic Jr. Solo's Naruto World also claimed definitively to be invincible / immortal, whatever.
Yeah, also has immortality, so he can't really be defeated by almost any means. Like,
But he could be
Obito
hacked
might be-
Genjutsu. Obito could trap him in his little hidey
Yeah, I
hole.
was gonna say Obito could take him to
But
his little
then
hidey hole and then teleport
Garlic
out and
Jr.
be
opens
done.
up Dead Zone inside
And then
of
every
Obito's
time
hidey
Obito
hole.
goes to his pocket dimension, he's sucked into the dead zone. He's like, shit! I left Garlic in here and didn't think he could do anything that would permanently alter it.
Yeah.
Ooh, his evil containment wave multi-hit if they're all standing next to each other. Maybe he's only used it on
Yeah,
one
like
target
I
at a
don't know.
time.
It's like a wave. which is
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a
not a
containment
line.
wave. So theoretically, he could slap a bunch of them
Yeah.
in a
You
single
can hit all those guys.
a single little pot.
All of Akatsuki in a rice cooker. Obito takes the rest of them, puts it in a thing. Garlic Jr.'s in there, a dead zone. So now they're in 3 layers.
And then Bulma puts them in a capsule.
In a capsule. And then Ash
And they throw that
catches
capsule
it.
in the sea. and then Roshi blows up that planet. He shoots a Kamehameha into the core of the earth that is holding the ocean, where the capsule that is holding all of the rice cookers that he is Mafu-Bud all of the Akatsuki into.
Can you Mafuba a rice cooker that has been Mafu-Bud into another one? So if they break out of that one, they're
a
stuck
little
in another.
Russian egg doll of evil containment wave capsules.
Yeah, is it an evil rice cooker?
Oh yeah, the rice cooker must be evil.
There
to
are
be
some
hit.
evil rice cookers. Our rice cooker was pretty evil in the old
Yeah,
apartment.
it constantly burns your hands when you're using it. It's a vengeful rice cooker. It hate cooks the rice.
All right, so I'm coming back around to it. I think Roshi kills him.
Yeah, maybe Roshi takes this. Maybe Roshi wins.
Yeah, I think Roshi wins. Change my vote. I'm a last minute flop state. Roshi wins.
Like, I do think the ultimate thing is like Dragon Ball characters basically all having the power to blow up the planet. That
It's
the
always
end of
there.
the end of the line discussion is like, but then he just gets desperate and blows up the planet and takes everybody with him, and by default wins.
Yeah,
Like, it's
kind
like,
of the end of the Resurrection F movie, like shows that really well. Of like that's just
Yeah.
always on the table, no matter what.
I would be willing to go that like Roshi could probably blow up the planet if he really thought he needed to.
Maybe they're already in a rice cooker, but they don't know it. They're living in a rice cooker. Yeah, you're just a rice cooker in the universe. It's a Boltzmann cooker.
Yeah, at some point Goku and friends look up at the sky and the lid opens and giant Roshi looks in.
You go,
I thought I'd let you guys out. I hit all of you. You were all trapped in my rice cooker dimension, fool.
Shit, time goes faster in here. I was taking a fat dump. How many other spin-offs are we at? What's a super?
You know that one Rick and Morty episode where he's got a whole
Yes,
universe
the little
just to
battery
be his battery.
multiverse thing. Yeah, there we go.
And like, but that's what Roshi's been doing with the evil containment wave.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, okay, Roshi takes it.
This is my domain, kids, he says, looking at the camera. And all of the Naruto nerds, their heads explode.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good times. Zone.